It's 94.1 KRNA. We're online at krna.com. Happy Monday, everybody. And I say that, Mike, because Mondays are just so it's hard to really get into the groove on Mondays.
Especially after an 18-inning Cubs loss.
I know. If they just would have won the game, it would have been better.
You know what? Sleep.
We'll be okay. This hour of the show brought to you by our friends at Tailgaters on Center Point Road, home of the Double Vodka in Cran. James Larson, my name, alongside producer Mike. And now we bring in Your Majesty, Your Honor, the man, the myth, the legend, Ronald D. Corbett. Actually, I don't know what your middle name is.
J for Joseph.
Yeah, give him a big round of applause, Ron Corbett.
Thank you.
Now, you know him as our Cedar Rapids mayor. You also may know him as the youngest Speaker of the House ever, of all time. How old were you when you were the Speaker of the House?
I was 34 years old. I first got elected to the legislature when I was 26. This was during the farm crisis of the 80s. And my campaign theme was a young Iowan staying in Iowa, because a lot of people were leaving, and that struck a chord with the voters. I got elected, and a few years later, I was Speaker of the House at age 34.
So a lot of history for Mayor Corbett. Why don't you go ahead and show the webcams here? The reason we're here talking to Mr. Corbett, he's got a book out. It's called Beyond Promises, and that book being launched today, and you're going to put on a little get-together down at the Cedar Rapids Library. Tell folks what's going on and how they can attend this and what you're going to be doing at this session.
Yeah, this morning we'll be officially releasing the book Beyond Promises. It's a book that I've spent about a year writing. And today's the unveiling of the book. So I'm going to have an interview. Ashley Hinson, former TV reporter and anchor for Channel 9, who's currently a state representative, is going to interview me for about a half hour or so. And then we'll take some questions from the audience. Why I wrote the book, what's in the book. It's not a kiss and tell book.
Oh, okay.
I don't talk about my longtime crush on Stevie Nicks in the book. I save that for maybe version 2, the sequel,
exactly.
if there ever is one. But no, it's my effort to kind of introduce myself to the people of Iowa, and actually in an exploratory stage right now for the possibility of running for governor. But more than that, I wanted to really document Cedar Rapids flood recovery. I've been in the front row seat here watching flood recovery as the mayor for the last 8 years, and people have a lot of pictures and memories, but I wanted to put those memories into words on all the difficult challenges that Cedar Rapids faced over the last 8 years and how we've recovered, and our city's stronger and better than ever.
Wow, that's and I've read the book, and it's good stuff. What I particularly like about it was you talking about your football days, playing college football. That was one of my favorites, as well as you got involved with a chain letter type of pyramid scheme. How did that ever happen?
Yeah,
remember chain letters?
We all get a little bit suckered sometimes.
I think that was the term. We had. I was at Morningside College at the time, and a buddy of mine ran into someone at a bar. A lot of bar stories. You guys tell them all the time, don't you? Anyway, this guy says to him, hey, you can make a lot of money by buying into this chain letter. So he did. And a few days later, he started getting money in the mail. And we were just amazed at it. And so we end up trying to get into it. But you know how those chain letters work. The people that get in first are the ones that make the money. Those that get in last don't. But it was going around Sioux City, and they were saying some people made over 100,000, had guards at their mailboxes. But that's the myth, or at least the urban legend of that. But yeah, I've tried a few quick get rich quick scheme stuff. But
we all do in our younger days. We're entrepreneurs. We're out there making a buck, a couple of part-time jobs here and there, and things like that. And before politics, what were you? Out of school and things like that. What kind of part-time jobs or full-time jobs did you hold that were? Well,
when I was going to college, I had a variety of part-time jobs. I flipped burgers at McDonald's. I worked construction like a lot of people do. I helped do labor work over in Grinnell, helped build their expansion of their library. When I was up in Sioux City, I even worked the betting windows at the dog track and the horse track. So anything I could do to make some extra money to help pay for college and work my way through college. When I transferred then down to Cornell and finished my last 2 years of football eligibility at Cornell, I moved to Cedar Rapids afterwards. And February of 1983 is when I started my career, and I started off in insurance, and then eventually got elected, and then I started a small business.
And that just brings us right into a little segment that we like to call Grand Larceny here on the KRNA Morning Show. Now, up for grabs. Can I have the book here? Up for grabs. I'll put it in my camera here. This book, Beyond Promises, from the mayor. We will give you this. He will autograph it, but I'm going to throw in something. Not that the book is, I mean, this is a nice prize.
You're going to sweeten the deal.
I'm going to sweeten the deal with a pair of tickets to the John Mellencamp show at the, we don't call him Cougar anymore, do we? We call him John Mellencamp. He dropped the Cougar. Yeah. Iowa State Fair, Saturday, August 19th. All you have to do is you have to call and you have to guess. Maybe you already know this. Not a guess. Hopefully you know what local business here in Cedar Rapids did the mayor start? Mayor Ron Corbett. He formed this business. It's in the book. I'm sure you've heard him talk about it. You give me a call right now, 365-1111. Third caller, all you got to do is name the business that the mayor started. You go home with the book, the tickets, a virtual high five, and he will sign the book. So give me a call now, 365-1111.